here we go. Going live. We are live. Let's put the pop-out chat. Let's move this over. Nina's holding up my dog. Can you all see my dog?
Yep, can see the dog.
Yes.
His butt is on your face.
Got...
All right. Okay, we're live. We're going. Let's go.
This is great.
Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Oh, hold on. I got to make Zan full screen. There we go. Got to make Zan full screen. Okay, now we're good. We're queuing up. The Teemo experiments. I almost moved to Teemo support again, Drew. But Manco wants
close, huh?
Manco wants me to do a couple more. We did a gameplay yesterday. He wants to do a couple more on top. So, like, okay, that's good news. I get to keep playing with Drew.
Cool.
Unless you're gonna go Pike top.
Pike top is that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Well, Wonder pulled it off. Nina's wearing her hat. The new
Hey,
Believe
Nina.
hat. The new Believe hat. You're look Nina. You're pretty. Look, that's what you look like. There's no light on you. You see?
We can see her though, which is cool.
You can see her. Now she's hiding. Where's she coming? She's coming on this side. There you go. That's a little better.
Into
you know,
the light.
we could just blast the light. Oh, snap! There she is.
Evan, she makes you look better. This is great.
There she is. There she is. Oh, why am I in my shop? What happened? Party. Okay, we're waiting.
I mean, it's still waiting. So
we're waiting. We're waiting. All right, Zan. How the videos coming along, man?
They're coming. I haven't posted yet, but they're coming. I've got more videos coming this week.
All right.
Because you said get back on it, so I listened to you, even though I kind of got off the. Say again.
Pulling teeth.
No. The conversation we had yesterday, I had mixed feelings about it because number one, I loved it. I love you. I don't know if you want to call it because I'm getting better.
Yeah.
But the other side, I didn't want so much attention focused on me because I wanted to be focused on people that came here to get their questions answered.
That's okay. In that intervention, everybody learned.
That's what we call it, an intervention.
Intervention.
That's what Tony calls it, an intervention. Like, he's on drugs, so we got to create an intervention.
He's going down the wrong path, and we must stop this.
Well, I got to tell you in advance. I hope I don't disappoint anybody, but that won't be the last time you have to do an intervention with me.
This goes in. We will pull you across the finish line.
I want, please, because I've got to make some serious adjustments from the world I came from to this world. Because this is even though there's a lot of similarities, but it's a different world.
It's really a whole new world.
It is.
I can show you the world.
Yeah. And
shining, shimmering, splendid.
And
tell me, Zan, when did you last let your heart decide?
Well, you have to lovingly push me and be lovingly patient, but promise me
I can open your eyes.
I will get the work done.
I'll take you wonder by wonder.
Wow. We got
you like that, Drew?
Over, sideways, and under on a magic YouTube ride. A whole new world, Zan. A new fantastic point of view.
Oh, he takes the lyrics from the song now.
No one to tell you no, or where to go, or say you're only dreaming. A whole new world, Zan.
Oh my God! I used to work for Disney. I love it.
I think.
And Drew, on your part, Drew, since you can hear me so well, Drew, don't you let up on me, man. You be hard on me. I like it, man. I can handle it.
What you were
I'm not one of those kind of people that would get offended and shrink away. I'm not what they call a shrinky violet.
I said that we
Drew,
just
you can be
created
hard
your
on me.
Story for tomorrow.
Oh my God, the two of you talking at the same time is chaos. Okay,
Okay.
The mic over to Drew. What did you say, Drew?
I said we just created your story for tomorrow.
Oh, a whole new world.
Turn
a
it
whole
up.
new world.
Drew, turn your mic up a little bit.
I need to turn my mic up a little bit.
No, you guys are the same sound. It's just you guys can hear me better than each other.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just thought maybe I have more bass in my voice than Drew does.
More bass.
More bass.
My voice carries more.
A whole new world. Listen,
that's funny.
Ali is here in the chat. Welcome, Ali. He wasn't welcomed yet by Zan, so we'll say welcome.
Ali, welcome, Ali. We like you, Ali.
How
So you
how
call him Ali, not Ali?
how long did it take you to realize I was doing lyrics there, Zane?
Oh, I knew from the almost beginning.
Oh, okay.
But at first, not till you kept going. I'm like, okay,
All right.
this is so it's Ali, not Ali. See, I think he's trying to play off of Alibaba. So he says Ali Bala,
Ali, or it could just be his name.
or it could be Ali Bala.
We're getting,
Bala.
now I'm thinking that now that we got the Aladdin theme going, is the Prince Ali, mighty is he, Ali
Oh my
Ababa.
gosh.
See, it's his real name.
See, Ali Bala. Okay,
We're going down the Aladdin.
it's my real name. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Welcome, Ali. You got a question for us? Let us know. We'll do our best to give you some.
I love it
some
because Ali has a lot of questions every time he shows up, so I love it.
All right. Okay, so I'm going cold first item now, Drew.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Evan, I have to ask. Oh, please. How did your conversation with Evan go today?
How did my conversation with Evan go today?
Yeah, you didn't mention me, did you?
I didn't talk to Evan today. Which Evan?
Eben.
Evan Pagan.
Oh, Evan. No, that was yesterday. Wait, what day is today?
okay.
No, that was Tuesday. Yeah. No, sorry. Yeah, it was yesterday. No, we didn't talk to you. Didn't talk about you.
Okay, you didn't ask. Okay.
Although I'm down. I would love to hear his thoughts.
No, I think you covered it. Okay, you got everything covered. It's just gonna take me a little while to adjust because I just cannot. I can't.
You're okay.
Yeah.
You got it.
And I think it's a good thing that I'm producing so much. I think it's a good thing.
Well, it depends. You could be just like saying I think eating a lot is a good thing. Yeah, but you got to eat the right stuff.
Well, you're not starving. At least you're not going on a hunger strike.
Great. Yeah. I mean, if that's how you want to look at it, let's say, hey, let's just do the bare minimum and kind of get by. At least we're not dead. Awesome.
Oh, this is good, Ali. See, he says how to become a good writer of your thoughts.
You practice.
That's a good.
You practice.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think journaling is a great way to do that at the start. I hate journaling myself, but if you need to practice getting your thoughts out on the paper, journaling. Like as soon as you put it as part of a daily practice, a daily routine, you wake up and you journal. But apart from that, whenever you come up with ideas, just get used to having a notepad next to you, so that you've got it next to you. To practice getting it out of your head and then into the real world somehow, right? Writing it down is good for me. I'll usually just send myself an email, but I'm talking to myself all the time. So that's why journaling doesn't have a huge impact for me, because I'm already talking to I'm thinking and talking to myself faster than I'm writing things down to myself. But if that's not you, then yeah, wake up, do the morning pages, right? It's like 2 pages of unfiltered, just whatever comes to mind, put it down on paper. As soon as you
2
wake up.
crappy pages a day, as Tim would say.
Oh, is that morning pages? No, 2 copy pages a day is Tim Ferriss for writing the book.
Okay, Tim Ferriss.
But I think morning pages that you write 2 pages, whatever comes to mind. Just get it out, and that develops the skill.
I love it. I would like to add to that, Ali, is that every single morning, a morning doesn't go by without me writing or reading something. So, but I coined a new word. It's an offshoot of the word journal. It's called journalization.
Journalization?
Yes, it's very similar to visualization, but it's journalization. And I'm a big believer that writing is thinking. So you actually have to think while you write. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, it's I think. Let's see.
We hear you. No problem. Keep going.
Okay.
Writing is thinking.
Yeah, writing is thinking, and the more you write your thoughts out, it clears up your mind for more creative thoughts to come. So even if you have a thought or you're thinking about something, write it down. I'm a big believer in write it down. And also there is a neurological connection through the actual act of writing, the physical act of writing, to your brain neurology and your nervous system.
Your what? Your brain neurology? What did you say?
Yeah, yeah. The
Brain
nerves. hold on.
neurology.
Okay, I need
Oh.
to explain this correctly.
Couldn't
'cause,
hear the
okay.
N.
So
Brain
the nerves
neurology.
that's the nerves that's connected, your neurology, the nerves that's connected throughout your nervous system. The actual writing down things connects to the synapses and stuff in your brain to make you a stronger and a better thinker and a better writer.
All right.
I understand the concept. I may not be explaining it as good as because I'm not I'm not a scientist, but I learned that through science.
No, we just missed the N. It's brain neurology, but I heard brainerology. And like Jane's making up some stuff here. We like
because
it.
okay, let me scroll. But writing is extremely important. And again, and here's one other little thing on a side note. If you look at, I know we have video today because video is the best thing and the most impactful thing out there today. But throughout the history of mankind, they always communicated through writing. Even they used to write on before the printing press, they used to write on the cave walls. So all great things was always written down. And they say that anything and everything you want to know is written down in a book somewhere.
Yeah, and listen,
again,
I would also come back. I mean, those are my thoughts on how to actually do it. I would question even if you do need to.
In today's technology.
What's most important is that you're getting your thoughts out into the world, that you're creating, that you're communicating, that you're creating, that you're making. That's what's most important. And if that comes through writing, awesome. But if you really struggle at it, I actually don't even worry about trying to get better at it. I would focus in on what you could actually do more automatically. So maybe it's dictating. You know, maybe it's you have a dictaphone with you all the time and you're writing down your thoughts, or you're dictating your thoughts. That might be a better path. I just wouldn't default to assume that, hey, this is how you need to do it. There might be better ways.
No way. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't buy the boots. Oh my God, what am I doing? There we go. All right, I'm back.
So how was your day, Drew?
How was my day? It was fine up until about 2 hours ago when I sat down to write my email for Chase Jarvis, and then I came to the realization that I was writing way too much.
Well, that's good. That's good learnings. Hey, where were you on the meetup group today?
Oh, you talking about the Genius Network one?
Yeah.
I mean, first off, that is open to the public. The I Heart Marketing.
Yeah.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Did you? Should have joined.
Well, Joe emailed me.
Oh, I even got the text message to tell me to come join.
Yeah, why not? Why didn't you not join there? You want to be in that group? Why not hang out with them?
I do when it's when I'm not working on client stuff, which is what I was doing all day.
Yeah, but you have it on the background. You say a couple things every now and then. You know, like a lot of the Genius Network. So for Drew has this obsession to get in Genius Network. It's one of his goals. Maybe not obsession. A goal to get in the Genius Network.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm in Genius Network. And one of the things that they do is they do this podcast. Now it's open to the public, but a lot of the Genius Network members were there.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be Joe's last one before he goes on his sabbatical. But yeah, being in there, bringing value. I would be messaging if people just get to know you. Messaging the members who are in Genius Network. Messaging even the staff, like, hey, thank you for everything that you're doing, putting this event on, appreciate you. All that kind of stuff is great, gets you known.
Connections.
Yeah, I've been in several of them. Just didn't join this one. Like the one last week, they had Hal Elrod on, and then the one before that was the one that had Ben in. So
yeah, that should be a staple.
So Evan, I think Evan is saying, correct me if I'm wrong, but the last time we had a conversation about this, you're saying show up every single time.
Yeah, I mean, now if he doesn't care about marketing, who cares? If it's not valuable, who cares? But if that's your goal, it's like, hey, I want to be in this group of people. This is the free lightweight version of it, right? But Joe is there hosting it, taking people's questions. Like I want Joe to know who you are, and be
Right.
the guy who's like, oh my god, oh Drew's here. What? Drew's here. This guy always has the best questions. He's always giving so much love and value. And you can totally do that remote, even if you're not super paying attention to the whole thing, right? I mean, it's not that hard to stand out and be recognized.
So anyone could show up and be in the light version. Anyone could show up and just be
This one,
in the
this one, there. They do monthly events that are paid. You have to pay 25K. Their first group is 25K, and their second group is 100K.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Drew's getting some kills. Good job, Drew.
I might need to start showing up then. I got. Is it on YouTube?
They do stream to YouTube, but
Yeah, if you go to ilovemarketing.com, you
Okay.
just sign up for their email list, and then you'll get notified when they do their thing.
I love marketing.com. I'm gonna go there right now.
You can
Hey, you know,
watch-
and can I say, Drew? Can I add this? I love marketing.com. If when you are part, because you're gonna be part of the Genius Network. I know how you are, Drew. So you're gonna be part of it. But when you're a part of it, guess what? You guys show up every time anyway. So you might as well, act like you're already a part of it.
hey, this question from Ali, Zan. We're just
Yes. Oh, yes.
what is
Yes.
happening here?
Yes.
We got-
No. We're good. We're good. It just popped up. And I don't want to interrupt you and Drew. Let's see. Okay. And then I want to add more to it. Okay. How should you choose what books to read, especially on a subject that you know very little about?
I would first try, first understand, is reading your default, right? Like, do you learn from reading? If yes, then great. Then go all in on reading. I would, be willing to give up a book. I think people stick with a book for too long. If you're not getting value in the first chapter, dump the book and move on to something else. Just because you started it doesn't mean you have to finish it. If you're worried that you bought it, then take up books in the library, or like it's just not worth your time spending on a bad book. It's not serving you. Next, I'd look at who are your heroes or your role models or your mentors that you want to learn from, and first see if they've written any books, right? Like if you like any of my content, hey, I've got a couple books out. That should be your next step to dive in and see my books. Or you like anybody. You like Grant Cardone, you like Gary Vee, you like whoever it is that you like, right? Read their books and see if there's anything there that you can learn from. Next, I'd look at who are the people that inside the books, they're recommending other books. Oh, we're getting some kills here. Oh, he dies for it, but we got some kills. Good job. Good job. So inside their books, are they recommending other books? And then are they talking about other books through other channels, like on their social media account, right? So Bill Gates, if you love Bill Gates, he's got a series that he goes and does his reading sessions once a year. And he always posts what books he's taking with him this time on the reading session. If you love Bill Gates, great, go learn from him. If you hate Bill Gates, awesome, find another model, right? So 1, books that they've written themselves. 2, books that they might talk about inside their books. And then 3, books that they're recommending on other platforms, just to get a sense of, hey, here are the best books for you to start to pick up and read. But then again, be willing to dump the book ASAP if it's not serving you.
Oh, good. He says, I've started reading Built to Serve, by the way.
There you go. And listen, if you're not getting value in the first chapter, dump it.
No, don't dump Built to Serve. I'm sorry. Sorry, man. There's so much value there. If you're not getting value, something's wrong. I shouldn't say that. But if you're not getting value right away, read it again. Trust me, this packed with value from beginning to the end.
Well, listen, I agree and I
Please.
appreciate it, but it may not
It's the
hit
truth.
you. It may not be the right time for you. If you're not getting value, any book. I mean, my own book. I'll say the same thing. Go dump it. Dump the book.
No, I do not. I do not like disagreeing with Evan. I mean, but I'm sorry because the book covers more than just. It's the best book out there on the market right now. It really is, and I've read a lot of books, and I can give you every reason. I give you 10 reasons why it's the best book out there, but just 1 or 2 quick reasons. I mean, it lives up to its title, Built to Serve. Not just born to serve, but built to serve. It builds you to serve. And everything comes back to this. Everything comes back to serving. everything comes back to that. So yeah.
I mean,
Evan's just being very fair and across the board, but no, I'm
I'm
biased.
happy. Like if yeah, I mean, and listen, you're not gonna get Zane's book until 2022 because it's not coming out anytime soon. So.
No comment. No comment.
Right, Zane?
Evan, I listen. Like I said, I'm 90%, 80%, 85% with you, man. There's the other percentage. It's coming out. It's coming out. And if that means I have to rewrite it again later or do a 2.0 version, so be it. But me and my wife talked about this, and she's like, "Babe, you gotta go. No matter what I do, she supports me." But I says, "I know Evan's right. I know he's right, but I still got to do this. I got to do it for me. Not even my grandmother. I got to do it for me."
No, you're not doing it for you. You're not doing it for you. You're not doing it for you. We can go over this all over again. You're not doing it for you. This is.
And you're gonna win. You're gonna win that point of view too. But at the end of the day, hey, you know what? I think, Evan. I think everything you say is right, but I think I'm the exception.
No, you're not. No. That is definite.
Julie, did you hear that?
He's laughing. That is definite. That's the exact thinking that keeps you stuck. You're like, Zane, you know what? Your confidence tips, you're right, but just not for me. I'm the exception.
But no, they can't be the exception because no matter what they do, they got to come back to this thing called confidence. No matter what they do, I don't care how much therapy they get. I don't care if they go here, go there.
No.
At the end of the day,
I'm the exception. I mean, I love you. It's great. Yeah. But no, I'm the exception.
Just on this.
I'm trying to show you the world, Zane. I'm trying to show you a whole new world.
I'm with you. I'm coming. I'm with you.
Oh, we got tower. Is that first tower? Oh no, we lost first tower. The Teemo,
here's a question.
Work here. Yeah.
Here's a question that Ali Vala asks every single week.
He asks the same question every week?
Yes, he says, "What's the one thing Elon Musk does the best?"
What's the one thing Elon Musk
He
does?
loves Elon Musk.
He loves Elon Musk.
Yeah, so
I think just the willingness to think huge, like to have a backup plan for the world. He started SpaceX because, we're under attack. He started SpaceX because he thinks that humans might die. We might do something, or there might be some asteroid or something that kind of destroys the planet, and he needs a backup plan for it. And he's going to take it upon himself. And then it's like, well, what training do you have? Well, I read books. Right? Like, that's not what most people do or how most people think. And that quality is pretty cool.
This server.
We got 3 people top, so this should be easy for you guys.
I think one of the things
it's
that
easy.
Elon
It's just
Musk does,
she just keeps
the
diving
best
when
from
I'm at
from
like
my
no mana.
perspective is that he never rests on his laurels. He's always pushing the envelope. He's always challenging himself. He's always living at the top of the pyramid when it comes to confidence and courage. He just never relaxes. He just keep pushing himself, but he doesn't even have to.
Yeah, and there's definitely, downside to that. If you want a model for having a balanced life, Elon Musk is definitely not your guy. But for thinking big, yeah, he's one of the best.
He's driven. Yeah, he's driven.
All right, how's Drew doing? Drew is 6-0-2. What? Drew is doing it. Who is this Drew showing up? I like it.
So we asked, how was Drew day? Evan, how has your day been going?
My day's been good. Working on my secret project, which I'm excited by. And tomorrow is Movement Makers.
That's right.
Hey now, if you get there 15 minutes early, you get to do the dance party with Zane Demand.
With the new shirt.
With the new shirt. This is the first one with the shirt.
Dude, I am so stoked. I love. It's like Man, I thank you so much. I'm so appreciative. I love this shirt. This is like my favorite shirt in my whole wardrobe right now.
And then wait, when you got a bunch of them, I mean, I just sent one. How many do you have?
Yeah, I have 3.
Ah!
3?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Oh, Drew just died.
Oh, not the guy I wanted to give it to.
Drew died and he gave up a shutdown.
Oh,
It's okay, we're still gonna
big
win.
shutdown.
We're still gonna win. Still gonna win. We got Teemo split pushing. That's all that matters.
Oh yeah, you guys are fine.
Oh, okay. So Ali Bala saying he asked about Steve Jobs and Evan answered it. In the previous stream, I asked about Elon Musk, but had to leave the stream, so couldn't get the answer.
Well, there you go. Now we got the answer.
Yep.
Welcome back. Glad you showed up again. It's awesome.
And both of those guys have the same thing in common. They both are like super achievers, legends in the game. But when it comes to being a, family man, being a father, much is
they're
left.
probably the most equivalent, to be honest. Like doing something crazy, big vision for what you want to create, almost losing your company. Steve Jobs lost his company.
Yeah.
And then came back. Elon almost lost both of his companies. So yeah, it's a good comparison. And they both are not great at all the other stuff, family stuff, balance, right?
Yeah. But isn't that amazing? It just shows where people's where their values are at and what they value the most in life.
Yeah. We're gonna get him. We're chasing the volley bear. No.
Chasing a volley bear as a Teemo doesn't sound like a great idea. Just saying.
I pushed him away. I took out his ultimate.
Hey, so this is, let me see. Yeah, that's gonna be the last one for this year. This is the last movement makers for this year.
We got 3 top. Is it the last one for the year?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the second one. So
So you're excited for our conversation on January 6th, Evan?
January 6th. Well, let's get through tomorrow. I'm excited for tomorrow first.
January the 7th is the next one.
So my sister
No.
joined Movement Makers,
Get out of here.
and it was her topic that won.
Nice.
Her topics were 1 and 2. So she just joined. She was in the Tony Robbins event with me, and she said this was her goal. This is her big thing that she wanted to do. And
Is this younger sister or older sister?
Older sister. And
Wow.
Can she join? Like, yeah, let's go. And then she voted, and her topics were both 1 and 2. You guys loved her topics. Like, all right, let's go. So you'll get to see her tomorrow. It's cool because she's always been kind of behind the scenes, under the radar, not a big presence. But now she decided that she's got a mission to spread.
For 2021?
It's like, hey, you know what? I know a guy.
January 6th is an Instagram thing, not a Movement Makers.
Okay, so this is good. Ali asked one of the best questions out there.
One of the best questions out there? Wow.
Yeah, one of the best questions ever.
Ever?
Ever.
You're really lighting us up. Okay, what's the
It's
best?
actually a loaded question.
Are you ready for it?
Okay. Now, Drew said it's a loaded question, so let's see what happens.
No, it's just the best. It's just the best question.
Okay, best question ever from Ali. Let's go.
Yeah,
Does it involve Elon Musk
No,
or Steve Jobs?
better.
Better. Wow.
Yes.
I mean, it must be better if it's the best question ever.
All
Okay.
the hype.
Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. The question is,
Wow, these really take time on this.
what is Movement Makers? You guys talk about it a lot.
What is Movement Makers? How would you describe Movement Makers, Ann? What is Movement Makers?
Okay. First of all, I would say, which is not the normal answer you would hear right away, but I would say Movement Makers, number one, is family.
Wow.
That's my first thing. I would say Movement Makers is family, it's love, it's support, it's encouragement, It's confidence.
Movement makers is
It's
confidence,
yes.
and
It's a
confidence is
place.
king.
It's a place you can come where it's a safe place that when you have a dream or an idea, it's going to be nurtured and it can be brought to life.
Wow.
Movement Makers is a place that you're instantly welcome no matter what your background is, no matter what your dream is, no matter what your handicap, if there are handicaps out there, no matter what your insecurities are,
Why
whatever
are
your
they pissing me
fears
off?
are, Movement Makers will make you a better person. So now that's my version of it. But the other version of it is that it's a place to help you come and develop your skill sets so that you can be a move, so you can create your own movement, so you can go out and influence the world with your message and with your talents and with your gifts and your abilities. And it's hosted or led by a guy who wrote the book on Built to Serve. That's the core of that is that you have greatness within you. You have Michael Jordan talent, and you need to discover that, and you're going to discover that within movement makers. But he leads by example, which is so important. He leads by example, and if need be, he will lovingly push you into your greatness. He will push you to start your own YouTube channel. He will push you to start your own IG live. He will push you to um, out of your comfort zone and do things that you may initially disagree with, but eventually you're gonna find out he's right in the long run. But you need to go through that.
Wow.
That's movement makers.
That's movement makers. There you go. I don't know. I don't have a better. I'm speechless. Movement makers is
Nothing.
family. There you go.
Nothing
It
to
is
add
at the
here.
end of the day, because that's what That's what we all want at the end of the day. We really do. We want to be part of a group. On the negative side, you could say you want to be part of the mafia, a gang, whatever. But they all have the same desire. Over here, we want to be part of a group, part of a family, part of a clique, part of a support group that's just there for you, no matter what. No one is judging you. They're there to help you grow and become better. And there's no place. Yeah,
Zan, look what Ali responded to you in the comments. Look what he said.
he says, I have to say this. This is the best answer Zan has ever given to my question.
The best answer Zan has ever given to a question was what
Because it
is
came
movement
from the
makers?
heart. And you know what, Ali? It's because you wrote the best question. That's why. I rise to the occasion. You ask the
Wow.
best question, I give you the best answer.
I like how you flipped that. That was good. That was good, Zan. The greatest question of all time.
So you know what? I hope when they edit this, they said the greatest question of all time, and then they make that the header, the title for the video. The greatest question of all time, and boom. I stand by that. I would defend that to. I stand by that.
To defend that to what? You're gonna say to your death, but then you say, hey,
No, I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
die for that question.
I have a tendency of getting so emotional that I just talking. Oh, did I say that? I need to back that up. I'm learning to become more like. I'm learning to become more emotionally controlled in my responses.
All right.
It's something I had to deal with I've been dealing with all my life. So I always come from. Listen, I always come from the heart, from a good place. But sometimes, you say things like, "Oh man, I could have said that better."
I like
I
it.
can't
Drew.
decide if this is the same carry as that we had last game.
Drew's saying this is the same people. Is
No,
it?
I don't know.
All right.
She almost insta banned Pike, and if I was her, I probably would have done the same thing after my performance last game.
You did well.
So Ali, can I continue on? Because it's okay if I could. Let me give him the more professional answer too. So you get deep knowledge live training 2 times per month. The first and third Thursday of every month at 10:30 a.m. EST, Evan hosts a customized topic-driven training session that includes deep dives and Q&A coaching. The community votes on the topic for each training session. Like this one coming up, Evan's sister voted on the topic, and her first 2, that's what we're going to be working. So Evan does it more like an interactive thing, not just what he wants to talk about, but what the community wants to talk about, so he can serve them. It's customized, so he can serve them exactly where they're at, meet them where they're at. You get Evan's 3 big ideas on the topic, which includes real-time learnings, strategies, and test Evans and test and test Evan is running in his business and with his clients. You get all presentation downloads and recordings, which is true. You get to step up and ask questions to get the personalized help you need. You also get breakout sessions. You get to join immediately get access to the Movement Makers private Facebook group. You get to connect with an amazing group of people like myself and Drew and Evan who want to build a movement and people like you. You get your questions answered and brainstorm ideas with other members in the group. You get positive feedback, cheers, and love you need from Evan and his team. I can go on and on. Oh, let me one thing real quick. Hey, Ali, this is great for you because if you sign up right away, you get a one-to-one session with Evan. So you get a 25-minute coaching session on Evan's IG Live, so you also get exposure to his audience. And I will be there. And Evan personally follows you with all movement makers on Instagram. Oh, no. Evan personally follows all movement makers on Instagram to make sure you're following through.
Zane, did you watch the coaching one I did with the 16-year-old?
That was yesterday, right?
I think so.
I came on late. I caught it at the very end, but I love
that. You should go back and watch it.
Say again?
You should watch that. You should go back and watch it.
Okay, I will. Because I know at the very end you was telling him about he didn't have to give advice, just being there to be supportive and listening. I'm like, how genius, because how many people just have someone they can listen to and just say, it's okay, or everything's gonna be okay.
That was a good coaching session. You should watch how I did it, and then try to be not mean, but like imagine it was you, and how what you would ask and how you would dissect it, and whether you would have got to the same spot at all or as quickly.
Okay.
Like role play. Don't just learn and like listen, but try to be like, what question would you ask next? Okay,
perfect. Because you know, I'm sometimes I'm always reflective. That's why it's so good to journal. Because in the morning I reflect on the day before, or I think about what I'm going to do in my journaling. And I think one time on here, and again, I don't mind if someone corrects me, especially if you correct me, but I think somebody asked a question on him one time about happiness. And I think my initial answer, even though it was right, it was harsh. And I said, oh, you know what? That's not me. Doggone it. I was telling him about, hey, quit being selfish and all that. And I don't think he feels like he was being selfish. Nobody think they're being selfish. But if you say something harsh to someone, they get emotional. Now they can't even hear your answer. I said, okay, I got to correct that because that's not, I didn't come across the way I meant for it to come across. So yeah, so I said, ooh, you got, I've got some adjustments to make.
Yeah, you should watch it and try to role play it in real time.
I'm going to do that today for sure. I'm going to take a look at it right now. Any more? Oh, he said, yeah, go on. Okay, cool. Ali, any more questions? We're here. See, you know what? This is like a light version of Movement Makers. This is like Movement Makers light. If you like this, you're going to love Movement Makers.
I think it's actually a little bit more intimate in that people can ask him direct questions real time as opposed to having to wait till the end.
What did you say?
He said it's more real time where people can ask questions. What you're saying here is more real time, or Movement Makers?
Well, Movement Makers, it's like the last 15, 20 minutes when there's Q&A. Here, it's like ongoing.
So here's all Q&A. Yeah, I mean, Movement Makers, I get interrupted a lot as people ask questions. Like if it's related, it's not just talking for 45 minutes. We do have like not Christina, Yelena will interrupt me with some. I mean, I choose whether I want to respond to the question or not. If it's related, I usually do. So, but I hear you.
Yeah, but you know what? On the other side, Ali, I know you're still here. You know what? Try it out. I mean, just come and check it out. If you don't like it, if you like Evan always says, if you're not getting massive value, a lot of value from it, then the next month you don't have to continue your subscription. You can't lose.
Yeah, we don't lock people in. I mean, I hate the idea of having somebody buying something from me and not getting crazy value from it. So Oh, we got a moo here. We got a moo.
So let's see. Here we go.
Are we doing it? Is she gonna do it? Oh, Pike gets the first blood. Good job, Pike. Oh no. Oh no.
IG Live.
Here we go.
This is how you find purpose and serve. Great. Okay. This is the one. Good. I'm gonna study this video because
So
I do like I watch a lot of people out there, and sometimes Tony Robbins do get in people's face. I've seen Gary Vee, I've seen Brendon Burchard, I've seen all these different guys out there, and for whatever reason, I connect and resonate better with your style of coaching than theirs. I'm like, okay, but I'm still kind of raw. I still need to polish up a little bit. And the more I study what you do, the more I can become more like that.
There you go, man.
So yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna study this video. When I get done here before dinner, that's what I'm gonna be doing. That's on my list now.
It's a different kind of video than usual too. Different kind of person coming on.
Okay.
So it's not the usual standard answers. So
I know you mentioned. I think you mentioned about you turning 54. Like, whoa, I'll be old. And you turning 54. Like 14 years from now, because he's 16 now. So by the time he turns 30, I mean, what the world's going to be like then? I mean, it's just going to be. And regardless of AI and all the other stuff that's coming out there, we still going to need human connection.
Yep. Who's freaking out in the chat? Oh, Fiora. How's she doing?
She's like trying to egg you on.
Fiora's trying to egg me on? That's amazing. Yep. Good luck with that. Oh man. Are you trying to egg me on?
Yeah. Yeah, we have quite a few people watching. I want more guys. Ask more questions. Okay, and Neil Ray. Hello, Evan is in. Hey, how are you? Ask a question. You're here. Let us serve you.
There you go. Welcome aboard, Neil.
So to our conversation yesterday, so you don't think I should start a YouTube channel is what I'm hearing.
I think you've got, yeah. I mean, again, unless it's a burning thing that you have to do, then no. I think you should hold. And this is weird coming from me, right?
Well, so here was my rationale and my thought process behind it. So
yes.
One, most of the people that I like want to work with are in that kind of like personal development stage, which means me building an audience of some similar quality.
No, hold on. The people you want to work with are in personal development
No.
stage? Well,
think about it. Garrett is in the personal development world.
Oh, space. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I heard stage,
so,
sorry.
So my thought process is if I build a channel that is talking about kind of like what I do, how I'm building my business and that kind of thing, that naturally these are people who would also be interested in personal development and that kind of stuff. Therefore, I can leverage my audience to help grow the people that I work with.
It just takes too long. Just takes too long.
I mean, it's not. Yes, will it take a long time? Yes, I'm fully aware, but it's kind of like an added value prop.
Yeah, but better is to just collab between your partners. Like if you work with Garrett, have him collab with Ben. Like that's the better way to do it than your own audience.
Because I in the back of my head, I had a kind of like a business model very similar to, well, it's not really the same as Book Thinkers. It's a little bit different, like a book club kind of deal where I can also take that audience and put them into a membership type situation where twice a month you sit down and discuss over a book, and it gives book sales to the people that I'm.
Yeah. I don't like it anymore.
Okay. Okay.
unless the reason to do it is because it's a burning desire to do it. If it's the strategy to help your clients have an audience, like
I mean, the thing is it's something that I wouldn't necessarily feel like it's work to do, if that makes sense.
that's fine. If you want to make that your hobby instead of League of Legends, great. Right? Like treat it like that, then you're fine. Then yes.
Okay.
It drew on jelly.
But
I'm so jelly.
yeah, otherwise, listen, part of that advice is similar for me too, in that I'm getting into rooms that otherwise I wasn't getting into before. Right? Like, why does Tony Robbins invite me to things? Why does he, want to be connected to me? It's not because I'm going to help him believe in himself more.
Yeah.
So it's a moment in time, right? Now, it's not to say like if I knew nothing, Tony would just completely ignore me. But like I'm getting into rooms and open up doors that otherwise I wouldn't be able to. And similar for you, you could be a god inside Genius Network, helping everybody with their YouTube channels. I mean, I'm there giving some advice, but I'm not working on their channels.
Oh, by the way, Ben is gonna probably reach out to you, just so you know.
For what?
To act in a mentor type fashion.
Oh, well, I thought he was hiring you.
He is.
What does he need me for?
I think he sees you as creme de la creme.
Well, I am. But he's got you doing the work. I'm not going to do the work. I'm not going to get on a call with him every week and talk about his channel.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
I'm always happy to help, but I'm not going to be doing the work. If he wants to hop on like a call once a quarter or something, I'm happy to do that.
well, yeah. I think very much like in the similar vein of like what you do with Garrett.
Yeah, I wouldn't even do it that often.
Well, yeah. Probably
that was a
not.
favor to like to our agency, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, even for me, like I need to be spending time. It's why I spend all my Fridays. I have dedicated time on Friday every week to try to help my friends. Because why? Like I have two audiences. My big audience is about belief and motivation and entrepreneurship and building your movement, and that is awesome, and I love that. And then my secondary audience are when Garrett's a great example. When he came to he bought 20 tickets or something to my event in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, he bought 20 tickets to the event. He came himself, and then he left like halfway through it and went to the hallway and just started making phone calls. He's like, I can't believe how beginner all this stuff is. I mean, they're asking you all these beginner basic questions.
Yeah.
I feel like not even he's saying it in a nice way, but not really,
Yeah.
And you know him. It's not meaning to insult people or be rude or anything. It's just he was being that was his honest kind of truth. And then the next day I said, well, hey, if you didn't get value, no problem. How about I come by the office tomorrow? I'm still in town, and let's talk about your YouTube channel. And then I came by the next day. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe you know so much about this. How do we keep doing some stuff together? This is crazy. Why didn't you talk about this yesterday? Like, because people wouldn't understand this stuff.
Yeah.
It's just way too high level. People haven't even started. And so I love both. I love talking high level stuff with big name people. It's great. But I still love the startup. I see the potential in Zan, and it pisses me off when he's not doing the work to get there. It just is.
I love it.
Or other people are like, I know, I'm not going to spend the time on that. Forget that. Guy's not taking immediate massive action and doing it. Forget it. Just so, but I have a similar opportunity to you. Yours is maybe, I've already done more work on the personal branding side and having an audience and all that stuff, but you could be in all the rooms you wanted to be in, get known for YouTube, and then pivot to whatever else you want. Like once you have all the connections, then when you want to do your own show, now you have all these people who can be guests on your show and help you promote your book and help you, like, whatever the next thing is that you want assistance with. You've got all these people who owe you favors, who are your friends, right?
That's actually a really interesting way to frame it, because yeah, you can really approach it either way. You know, whether you build the platform yourself or you leverage other people's platforms in order to ultimately build your own platform.
Yeah, but like you can do something that nobody else can do right now with building those connections.
Wow.
Yeah.
The personal brand thing, anybody can do. I mean, you have your own take and your own view and your own, sure, right? It's not that your views suck and your book club is, yes, but it's not that big a competitive advantage compared to what you can do helping some of the people you look up to and want to be hanging around.
Yeah.
So just that window won't be there forever. So you could, if I'm you, I would push super hard to make that happen. Unless, again, it's just burning desire. You're not going to breathe without doing your personal brand. It's got to get up there. Then great. Then you just treat it as your hobby. But in terms of strategic business decisions, getting to know the people with the information that you have right now, because in a year, if there's 100 more YouTube consultants and now you're not a commodity, but you're not as special as you were right now.
Yeah.
You missed your moment.
Yeah.
So,
That's fair.
it's same thing for me too. Like I need to push as hard as I can to build the network right now, because I can bring something pretty kick-ass right now, but that may change. TikTok takes over, YouTube goes away. Now
Wow. Yeah.
now I don't have nearly as much. There was a great Russell Brunson. You guys know Russell Brunson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing.
ClickFunnels. Okay, so he told this story about how Arsenio Hall. You guys know Arsenio Hall?
Yep, I love. I said, whoop 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 whoop.
Yeah, so this old school like whoa, he wasn't a late night host. What was he? Was he a late night
He
host?
was a stand-up comedian, and him and Eddie Murphy best friends.
Yeah, but he had a show, right? Like he had
the Arsenio Hall show.
Well, what would you call that? A late night show?
Yeah, well, he had the Arsenio Hall show, but he used to sub in for Johnny Carson sometimes.
Right. Okay. So Arsenio Hall goes on. This is Brunson's story, but Arsenio Hall goes on Apprentice, the Celebrity Apprentice.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And one of their tasks was to raise money for some cause. And he's out there trying to. Everybody's now calling their network, right? They're calling their friends and saying, "Hey, help me with this. Help me with this." And nobody was returning Arsenio Hall's calls anymore. And then there's this clip, apparently I haven't seen it, but there's a clip of Arsenio saying like, because the show is over,
Right.
Now that the show is over, nobody wants to be his friend anymore. And it's not that they hate him or anything else, just he's not as relevant anymore to them. And that could happen, right? It's like, oh yeah, Drew was that guy who helped us 5 years ago with something, right?
Yeah.
So it's milking the moment while you've got the moment.
That's fair.
Tiny is everything. Okay.
That's what I would do.
Okay, so I got a couple of questions for you, but I have a question about myself, but I'm gonna put that to the side. Okay. But the question about myself, you could put this to the side, is what potential? You said you saw a lot of potential in me. What potential do you see in me? So put that to the side for a minute. Okay, so Alibaba, I don't understand this question, but I want to hear your answer first. I never heard this before. He says, what is toxic positivity according to you? I never heard that before.
Toxic positivity?
Yeah, I never heard that before.
I don't know what toxic positivity is.
Okay,
I think
Ali,
this is
can you
reference
rephrase
to
your
the
question,
comment that you
please?
had about Garrett.
Okay, so Adnil says, what promotions do you think that were effective when you published your book that helped it sell and get it out to be known? And what about suggestions to aspiring authors who are still not known?
So the fastest way is going to be through other people's
Audience.
audiences.
Yeah.
So try to find targeted audiences, work with them. Earlier on in this show, Drew mentioned book thinkers. Nick is the guy who started Book Thinkers, and 4 years ago or so, I reached out to him on Instagram and said, "Hey, love what you're doing. I've got a book, Your One Word. Love to talk to you about it. Send you a copy." And he was just a tiny account back then. And apparently I was the first author who ever reached out to him and offered him anything. And now, you fast forward 4 years later, or 3 years later at the time, and I have built the serve out. And now Nick runs the largest collection of Instagram accounts for nonfiction authors. And now he's promoting Built to Serve. Anytime somebody asks him, what book do you recommend on purpose or passion, he always says Built to Serve. Now, he also likes the book, I hope, right? He's not just being a friend, but he hopefully likes the book, right? And so building connections with people who target, like it's not the biggest audience. He doesn't have 1 million followers, but it's 100,000 followers of all book readers, non-fiction book readers, right? So not just readers who like romance novels or something, right? They're all non-fiction book lovers. Perfect audience for what I'm doing. So making your way into those audiences is the fastest way to grow. The long-term way to grow is to build your own audience. And this is now, you're thinking beyond the first book, right? You've got more than one book in you. You've got 20 books in you, 5 books in you, 10 books in you. And you'll need an audience to eventually sell to them. So it's doing things simultaneously. You're building your own. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Can I hop the wall? Can I hop the wall? Oh, died over the wall. To sell this book right away, you're selling to other people's audiences, and then the long-term plan is to go and create your own audience. So, but it has to happen simultaneously, because if you never work on the long term never happens. So that's what we do.
Okay, great. We got a question about consulting
Okay.
by Zach Meisner. Welcome, Zach. Okay, he says, I'm working in consulting and I know our work creates value, but it's hard to get far enough into the conversation to establish that. What would be your tip for delivering value early?
Don't make it a sales call, make it a consultative sales process. So let's look at Drew as an example, right? Drew does consulting. Drew does YouTube consulting. Drew charges thousands of dollars to work with him every month, right? And the price is only going to keep going up. Instead of what most people do when doing consulting is, instead of doing some giant pitch deck and some super expensive package, just start with giving them value. Like what Drew should do is do a channel audit. Say, hey, I'll spend 30 minutes of my time for free with you just to look at your channel and give you some feedback and advice, and blow their faces off with the value that you give them. So they're going to come back and say, hey, I'd love to hire you, right? Earlier today, we're talking about Ben Hardy, and I did a one-on-one with Ben in front of a live audience of Genius Network, and these were all people running $1 million plus companies. And I broke down his channel live, and now he wants my feedback on how to keep growing. And I could take him on as a client if I wanted to. If I wanted to screw Drew over, stick a knife in his back and say, you know what, forget Drew, I'll do the work for you. He'd probably say yes. Why? Because I did the free session. Now I'm not going to do that, and I don't want to be in the consulting business, but it's because I did the free session. So I never had a call. I never made any proposal. As soon as somebody wants a proposal, it's like, forget about it. Jeremy and Bo, who I'm investing into, who both run service businesses, we never do a proposal. Never. It's like if you need a proposal, you just haven't done, like we sucked at actually giving value to them. So no proposals, just give value, wow them with the value, and then sell. Like the sale comes to you.
Excellent.
It's the same thing for Zan. Like Zan should be doing live confidence coaching. That's why I went on him. If you tuned in at all on Tuesday, where he's talking about how he needs to have this perfect website, and it's like, oh my God, Zan, you are just missing it. You don't need any of that stuff, right? All he needs is to do coaching, make the videos, show what you can do live, and then people will say, how do I hire you? That's what I do.
Okay.
Zach.
What was that, Drew?
Drew, did you say something? I didn't hear Drew. Drew, you got something on that?
I thought
Well,
you said something.
I mean,
You saying something?
I was gonna say, it's like the way I landed Garrett as a client was simply just one, having the conversation and saying, hey, I want to help out in here are ways that I can. When it's funny. I kind of stole him away from 2MM. I'll be honest.
Great.
And it was really just a function of like paying attention and being there for him to answer questions. There were getting to him to his first 1,000 subscribers was a little bit of hacking per se, where I was on a live event with 1,800 people where Garrett was speaking, and I simply just put in the comments section, hey, this guy's got a YouTube channel. Y'all should go check it out.
I love it. But and that's it. Like, how much did you even know about YouTube then?
Actually, I was pretty versed in YouTube. I mean, I ran my channel back in 2013, so I'm like was familiar with a lot of, you know, the strategies and tactics and that kind of thing.
Great. So he did the work, right? He did the work. He got on Garrett's radar, and he eventually got hired. Now, it's also important to pick people who could be good fits for you, right? Who are good people, who also have budget, right? I mean, you could say, yeah, I could spend a lot of time and then never get paid, right? That's true. Not Drew. Garrett could have ripped him off. Garrett could have never paid him. So you're doing the work for somebody who you think is an ideal client, who does have potential budget, and it doesn't always work out, but it gives you the best shot. And as soon as you realize that it's not, then you move on. But that's how he landed the deal. And hopefully there was no proposal. You know, there's no like, okay, draft up a 18-page PowerPoint, you know, presentation for me to look at and go through, right? It just means that they're not convinced yet, and a proposal's not going to do it. You have to do, if you're a service-based business, show me the service. So Drew crushed it, and he took away the business from another company, an established company who was already in there, who had a big history and reputation, who was sleeping on the job, and Drew came in and took the business. You know, and if Ben wants me to look at his channel and then I see Drew sleeping on the job, Drew's gonna lose that.
I see how it is.
I love it. Oh goodness. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so Evan, yeah. So you say the potential you see in me. What potential do you see in me?
So someone who's got a huge heart, dynamic personality, wants to serve, wants to step outside where he's at right now. A great message. I think you'll be able to shift people and move people through just your sheer energy and vibe, right? Like, I think people will just want to be around you, and it's choosing to do that for good now instead of just for, you know, entertainment, which historically it's, you know, I'm sure people came and loved your DG parties because you were super entertaining and kept the energy really high, right? Great. But it's the pieces in between that we need to fix and work on, right? Like, I just want it to happen faster. When you see a lot of potential in somebody, you want to see that be realized. You know, if you were training a DJ and you saw him the potential to be like the next great DJ, and you knew the steps to have him take, you want to see him go take those steps and not go the super slow way.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I just so it's the practical side that I'm not following.
Yeah. I mean, you asked what the potential was, so that's a different question of what you're
Okay.
not doing. But
Nice.
yeah, you're having a hard time with the model because you've been taught a model, and I don't even know if you were even taught that model. You have like an interpretation of what the model should be, which is not the actual picture, but you're stuck on it because like, oh, but that's what I learned and I don't want to let it go, and I feel like this is going backwards, but I want to trust you, but I don't know how. Right?
No, but it makes sense. The model, I studied this market and this whole space here, and I studied and watched different people execute different things. I'm like, okay, there's across the board, there's confirmation. Okay, this is the blueprint. I said, okay, great. I got it figured out. And I can give you about 5 or 6 different people who are using the same blueprint and it's working for them like gold.
Yeah,
I mean, like gold.
No. But the problem is you're not looking at the blueprint. You're not looking at the blueprint. You're looking at like 3/4 finished. Like they're steps ahead. Like the blueprint is the path that they took to get there. That's not what you're looking at. You're looking at what they have right now. That's the problem. That's why I'm saying it's just timing. You just got the timing messed up. You're trying to do it all together, which is not how they did it, and it's not how they would do it again if they were starting over.
Okay, it's gonna take a little time for me to absorb that, but okay. And Drew, you're so lucky, man, because he says if you have a burning passion, he's all for it. And I have a burning passion
I'm so
to get
lucky,
my books
dot, dot,
out
dot.
there and get my courses done. A burning passion.
No, but the burning passion is not about the how. The burning passion is the mission that you're on. As soon as Drew shifted, and it's not only this, but once Drew said, well, like, hey, it's a good strategy to get my audience built up in personal development so that I can promote my other, and that's not the only reason he's doing it, but if it was, like, okay, no, that is no longer, like, that is a not good reason. That's bad strategy. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
strategy.
mean, the personal brand, at least in my mind, was more about like ultimately when my book is finished and that kind of thing, I then have a place where I can send it.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's still better for you not even to write a book for the next 3 years and just build up a giant network and help people, and then
Oh yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Ben Hardy imagine Ben Hardy in the next 3 years and how much he's going to grow with your help, and then you launch your book and Ben Hardy says this is a great book, boom,
Yep.
which is way bigger impact than you spending 3 years part-time building your personal brand. So what Zane was complaining about is I said, hey, if you really love it, go do it. And he's like, well, why don't you tell me that? Because I love this stuff. Like, no, Zane. Because Drew's isn't strategy. As soon as it became strategy, no. Now we're on this is the wrong path. If it's a passion project, that's fine. But yours is to go build this big thing. I need to back, I guess, eh?
No, keep going. Or,
Yeah, I need to back.
yeah, probably back.
Okay. So I think I'm much clearer. But your thing for me basically is coach.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And videos. Coach and videos. Coach and videos.
Okay. Coach and videos. Okay. Good. I can do that, man.
Ah.
And then in my hobby time or my free time, I can do what I want to. Like play League of Legends.
Yeah, you're still trying to convince yourself.
Okay, so first of all, Adney, I want to say thank you, Evan. Thank you for the suggestions. And then Zach says, I don't understand the question, but you will understand this. He says, thanks, great tip. Are you looking for people to queue up with? Does he mean the game?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go because dinner is ready. So
Dinner is ready.
Enjoy.
All right.
Drew, what are we gonna do without you? Are you
Yeah.
kidding? Dinner could wait.
I gotta hop off too. I'm gonna help Manko. Manko, the guy who I invested into, is doing a
Okay.
24-hour live stream
Yeah.
to gain subs, and he's just finishing up right now. So I'm gonna go give him some love to end it off.
Amazing.
Perfect.
So early day. We still got 2 games in though. That was good. Good job, Drew. We won one. We lost one.
Need to work on your KDA there, buddy.
Yo, Manko's good with that.
No, I'm talking about you.
No, I know.
6-0.
No, I know. Manko's good with that.
Oh, he's good with that.
Yeah, he's good with that. It's like because I'm drawing pressure. It's like, hey, if 4 guys come for me, 3 guys come for me, great. Your job is you die, but you stay alive as long as possible. Give opportunities for the team to do things.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm not super sold on the strategy, but whatever. I'm listening. I'm listening to my coach, Zan the Man, and I'm doing the thing, even though I'm uncomfortable, and it's not
Yes.
what I naturally would do.
Yes.
All right.
So what time tomorrow, guys? We're back on tomorrow, correct?
Oh no, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I've got a meeting at night, so we're
Okay.
on Friday. For league, we're on Friday, but tomorrow we got movement makers in the morning.
Okay, so Zach, he said, I hope we could talk more. We're back on Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern,
Back
3
on
o'clock
Friday.
Pacific.
Yeah, 6 a.m. Oh, I think I just kicked Drew out. Drew, are you there? No, I think I kicked him out.
That's okay.
He had to go for dinner anyway. He went for
Yeah.
dinner.
Anyways,
He
yeah.
went for
So
dinner anyway.
okay,
All right.
great.
Cool. Thank you, Zane. Thank you for the love,
Thank
the
you.
energy. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Bring it.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna be there maybe a half an hour, 20 minutes early, something like that. So
We'll have
I'm
it set
ready.
up for you. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Continue to believe, and we'll see you on Friday.